Well, we're talking to Melissa Marty, and we'll hear from her successor here at the Bond County Senior Center. But Melissa, a great run, and just your thoughts on wrapping up your time here. I'm sure it wasn't easy.
No, I will still be staying on a little while to help Jacqueline, but I feel like we've had a lot of accomplishments since I've started. I've met a lot of people. We've got some couples together here for socializing, and so that they're not lonely anymore. We have a group that goes out to the Mexican restaurant out here on Tuesday nights and socializes because they met here. So that's really what we're about here.
Well, I mean, you've been through an unbelievable journey. These folks, I can imagine, were a heck of a support system, because I can imagine there's the physical and there's the psychological.
Yes.
After what you went through, unbelievable situation.
Yeah. So last year on April 2nd, I was in my house around 5:15, and by 5:19, I was out of my house without a house left. So yes, the people here have been very supportive. Like when this first happened, I was shocked at the outpouring of people that wanted to help or sent me money and just all kinds of things. Just them being there, worried about me, that meant a lot to me.
So let's talk about the experience. Do you remember it? I mean, I can imagine it's so fast and so violent that it could be something that you don't even remember.
Right. No, I remember some of it. So I came home from work, and we were supposed to have a meeting, and we canceled it. So I came home from work, and I noticed my phone wasn't charged. So I plugged it in, and I was sitting on the couch watching the news. And it was a sunny day, just the normal day. So I knew that they were talking about tornadoes coming, and the news had just said, okay, the tornado is in Troy, and so that's still a little way from us. I thought, okay, I got a few minutes to wait. I was sitting on the couch with the recliner up, and the next thing I could hear, I heard a lot of wind, and then I heard what I thought was hail hitting, but in reality it was debris. And then I could feel myself being picked up off the couch, and from there I must have got hit with something, because I couldn't see out of my eye when I got up, and I had a big old goose egg here. And when I woke up, I was outside probably 100 feet out in my yard.
So I can imagine the wet, saturated ground was the reason you're still with us.
I would say so, probably. I had to go through 2 walls, if they were still there, to get to where I was. I think I fell on my car, and that's part of what did some damage. My leg got some damage. In the end, I only had maybe 10 stitches from everything that happened. So yes, I am very lucky. When I woke up outside, I could hear my phone dinging like an email, and I turned around, and the kitchen sink was there. So I lifted up the kitchen sink, and my phone did happen to be there. And people from work here were trying to call me to see if I was okay, and I couldn't get the phone to swipe because it was wet. My purse happened to land a few feet away from me, and I knew there was Kleenexes in there, so I picked up the Kleenexes and wiped off the phone. And my brother was calling me. He lives in Holiday Shores. He always calls to check on me or my mom to see if anything ever happened. And I'm like, yes, my whole house is gone. Like, I turn around and there's a stick standing, and our shed was gone, and the vehicles were still in there, but they were completely destroyed. Like, they were terrible. So in the end, my daughter ended up calling me as well, and they're both hung up on me, and I'm like, they were going to call 911, and I was like, don't hang up on me, I need someone. So some people came, saw what happened, and they came, and my brother-in-law came from a couple miles away, and we got in his truck, and he took me across the street to the ambulance. So yeah, there's part of it I don't remember, and part of it is still like the seeing things, and like you don't feel like I don't take tornadoes as well as I probably used to. It gets a little anxiety ridden there, but it'll get better.
That phone being there, does that feel like a miracle to you? How do you look at that?
Yes, yes, I feel like it's a miracle that it was there. It had to stay in my hand. I don't know how it stayed in my hand. I can tell you that I had quartz or granite countertops, and they just were cut in half. The amount of things that are like the glass and the debris that is associated with this is what really kind of surprised me, how much stuff was just all over. So yes, for my phone to be there, like right there, yes, was something that I was very, very, very grateful for.
Gosh, like you said, you don't remember a lot of it. I mean, would it feel like just a powerful vacuum or a roller coaster, or is it?
No roller coaster. It just, I think when it started picking me up off the couch, yes, it is a big vacuum because like it started on one end of the house and I was on the other end of the house, and the amount of time, like the split second that you have to do it, there's no way I could have made it to the basement. And even if I did make it to the basement, the windows down there blew out, and I probably wouldn't have been able to get out of the basement because the wall had collapsed on top of the basement. It still would have been, I'm not saying it wouldn't have been safe, but yes, I think that just I still am amazed how did it pick me up and take me outside? Yes, I don't know. You can't, after, like I said, when I started moving, that is all I remember.
So like you said, you take warnings and everything differently, but again, this was, we've seen downspout tornadoes and things that just sneak up on you and they don't trigger a warning, so it's, this seemed to be one of those quirky days.
Yeah, I didn't get the warning till after I was out there, after I was outside, then I got the warning, we got a warning that it was going,
Well, I will stop torturing you with this thing. Set phasers to stun. If I can